think we'll camp here tonight.
Cut it out.
What you got?
2 6s.
Aha, 3 aces. I win. 2 more games. I have all your money. Ha, ha, ha.
It's poker, Shorty. Anything can happen.
Where did you find your little bodyguard?
I found Short Round in an open casting call in Chinatown, Los Angeles. And Keith spoke very little English when I first met him. When I gave him a piece of paper to read, he really couldn't read the English very well. When I gave him a scene to prepare and to do. So what I did was I said, well, let's make it up as we go along. Let's pretend. And Harrison Ford happened to be in the office at the time, and I asked Harrison if he would take part in an improvisation. And not wanting to confuse Keith by using the word improvisation with him, I just said, just play cards, and this man is going to cheat you, and he's going to pull a 5th ace. And when he pulls that 5th ace, and he takes all your money, and he's a cheater, you don't let him get away with that. You know, you have to win that card game. And Keith says, okay, I can do that. And the improvisation began on videotape. And he was wonderful. He was the little boy you see in the movie. Matter of fact, the scene with the cards that's now in Indiana Jones was inspired by the little improv I came up with one day for the two of them to test in.
You make me pull. No fun. Play with you, no fun.
Key is one of the greatest experiences I've ever had directing not only a child actor, but directing a complete unknown, a complete newcomer. A little kid struggling with English in school in Chinatown who suddenly becomes this little movie star. Let's have him sit up. No, okay, fine. Lose the hook. Well, Key to go to the other side. Go to the other side. Okay, get ready. I'll tell you when. Ready, and Key. Action.
Dr. Jones, what you look at?
You're a little more concerned, Key, because you don't know what he's doing up there. It's a mystery. Look a little bit higher because you can't quite see him. Good. What's he doing? What's Jones doing? Now slowly, like you're scared. Slowly back up. Very slowly. Very slowly. And cut. Great, Key. Lovely. Oh, my God. Great. Hey, buddy, come here. High five. Hey, get your Frank.
Yeah.
Work with the elephant. See if you can get him to throw water out this way to spray it towards Harrison.
Okay.
And to spray the trunk back over his own shoulder onto Short Round, who's sitting on the elephant's back.
Suck it up now. There you go. Now up over your back. Hey, that's good. That's good. Now up over the top. We're getting there. Can we give him a bonbon when he does it right or something?
Elephants create their own problem too, because you can't truck the large elephants, and so you are, on location moves, you're limited to the speed that the elephant can move. This morning's location, for example, was decided on last night. We got the elephants in here at 6 a.m. this morning, but it took them 6 hours to walk here from Kandy, whereas it took me 25 minutes to drive it.
What was the thing where he was dangling?
Notice we carry our own chairs in this company. You go down here?
The locations we'd chosen were up on a tea plantation which stood in the hills above our base of operations in the city of Kandy. Because large trucks could not get up these narrow-mounted roads, we were forced to use smaller trucks. 3 trucks for every one that we would normally use. And in the end, we had a convoy of some 100 vehicles.
This is the usual transportation, smoothly run transportation.
The buses are the worst things. The buses just come straight through the middle of the road. If you can call it a road, because it's just a pothole track all the way from here to Colombo.
Morning, boys. Good morning, Harrison.
We want to lead her elephant very close to the edge of the truck. Look around the sky. It's real pretty today. Nice day in the jungle. Good day to be eaten by a tiger.
I see it, Shorty. That's it. Pankot Palace.
When I first heard the title Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, I thought this was going to be more of a serious adventure for Indiana Jones, more of a dangerous adventure, an adventure that was a little scarier, a little more like a nightmare, like a bad fever dream. And I like that. I like that change of pace, that change of atmosphere. Every time in Raiders is a scary part, somebody has a joke, which diffuses the fear and makes you laugh with the fear. But I didn't want to do that with Indiana Jones. I really felt, and George really felt, that center section had to be real serious, had to be real scary. I could build the dolly track this way so I can make a direct, with a 55 macro, make a direct push in into Armorish for all this, and we can eventually get to about here, with all this in the background.
Straight angle.
Should be a straight angle into Armorish. Let me just make a little. Don't look at me though. Look right off camera.
Yeah. Mark.
It's scary. There are some scenes that are violent and depict the evil of the Temple of Doom. This picture is not called the Temple of Roses. It's called the Temple of Doom. The warning is clearly marked on the box.
And cut. No more fire. Now, the turbine didn't catch, nor did the...
Well, I asked the special effects man, George Gibbs, if he could build a auto-animatronic person in the shape of the sacrificial victim. The idea was he was going to be in his cage, and as the cage is lowered into the lava pit, the fire would come up and he would be incinerated, but he would be moving as he dies, a rather grisly way to go. As it turns out, it was a wonderful effect. It worked perfectly. This dummy was totally believable, but it was so gruesome and alias that nobody could watch the screen. It looked so real. So I went back to ILM and I said, look, you got to save this shot, fellows. This is too gruesome for our audiences, and none of us can stand looking at it. Can you put some foreground flames in the shot to disguise and obliterate the effect?
We hired a group of Indian drummers in England.
And for some reason, they could never hit the drums together, listening to the playback. So I stood out there and tried to get them to hit the drums at the same time.
It was great. It was like watching Mitch Miller.
But I don't think that John Williams has anything to worry about.
No more insects, please.
Just 2 more takes, Katie.
No.
We need more beetles.
They're only bugs.
No.
The best ones are the cockroaches. That big boy up there.
They bite me.
No, they don't bite
They
you.
get in my hair.
A couple of big beetles.